Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Folk in Scotland. We're back. I am 99% better. You've got worse. Now, everyone knows you were injured, but you've just come in here, smacked your leg off the table and hurt it.
Hurt my leg.
And what else have you got?
I don't like to complain. I had an ingrowing toenail. I don't know if I'd injured it in the crash.
Keep talking, I've not closed the
Don't know if I've injured it in the crash. But it swelled up. Like a biling they speak about in the northeast of Scotland. A big abscess in my toe. So I had to get a big darning needle.
Oh, Jesus.
Heated it up with a lighter and then crammed it in there. And the pus came out.
Thick or thin pus?
It was a thick yellow pus.
That's
thick
bad.
and yellow. Like an English mustard. Like an English mustard.
This is
So
all...
the pain. So my belly button, the
Yeah.
lack of belly button means I'm not doing the modelling thing. The state of my hands, the hand model, and now my last refuge, my foot modelling.
It's gone.
That's gone.
It's all
A
left
beautiful
you.
feet.
Good feet. My
Beautiful
feet are awful.
Beautiful feet.
Half my toenails are missing.
Oh,
So-
they're actually missing
Well, no, only one's missing. I snapped it off during lockdown.
during. I thought you get to say snapped off during lovemaking.
No,
But as I call it, my mate Kate Ross, he has toenails.
yeah.
It's a family thing. His little toe, the toenails are just a dimple.
What?
They're like a little dimple.
He's one of these genetic people.
There's not a nail. There's a nail, but it's a dimple. It's in there.
In films,
Uh-huh.
you get a genetic modification.
Uh-huh.
You're an X-Man.
You can fly.
You can do shit.
Uh-huh.
In real life, you get a dimple in a nail, or in my case, I get red marks on my face.
Well, they just appear, the red marks.
Yeah, I got chemical burns once,
Uh-huh.
and they said the skin's actually, it changes it genetically. And I occasionally, not so much now,
Uh-huh.
but if there's a bit of suntan or anything, you see these clown marks where it
Oh,
got sprayed on me.
That's like giant hogweed.
Yes, does that do the same?
If you get if people listeners, if you're looking out your window and there's a giant hogweed in your garden, leave it be.
Stay away.
If you cut that down and the juice, the hogweed jizz gets on you,
Mm-hmm.
years later, you'll burn in the sun. It affects
That's
your
it.
skin.
It changes
Yeah.
you genetically. Isn't that
Hogweed.
weird?
If you look about, like there's a
Dichty
lot,
burn,
lot
tons
of
of it.
little burns and
Mhm.
rivers in Scotland. It's like triffids, huge hogweed, huge.
Wide, like that, massive stuff.
They were brought over by the Victorians because they thought they were bonny for the garden.
Oh my God, it's so dangerous.
It's so dangerous. So
Today's show
Uh-huh.
is very appropriate. I called
Uh-huh.
it Ouch.
Ouch, ouch.
Because
Oh.
tell everyone you had to go to the doctors.
Well, the body was bashed up. But everything started to heal. Look at that.
Much better.
Much better.
Still a
Does-
funny colour.
Doesn't quite work,
Yeah.
but that's much better. But in the extremities are okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when I sneeze, it's fucking sore. It's a sore one. So he
Not
says,
pleasant.
I've cracked a couple ribs. But I'm led to believe that your ribs, if you get to break a bone, you want to break a rib.
Mm-hmm. This is
Because it's got its own splint, the
That's-
other ribs.
true. That's right.
It's got a good blood supply as well. But he told me, he says your body's worked perfectly. I says, oh, he says, yeah,
Did he?
he says your bones have done their job. They're the shock absorbers.
Oh.
He says, because if you didn't have bones, your lungs would just be all over the place.
But you could fit through letterboxes.
Like Flat Albert.
Yes.
But the thing is, it's when you get an impact, the bones just take it. And like your collarbones are designed just to break.
Mm-hmm. That's right, yeah.
They're designed to
To
break.
take the impact.
Take
yeah.
the impact.
So
So it's going to be a long...
you're 6 months at least with cracked ribs.
I'm
You're gonna feel
thinking
it.
about
Yeah.
getting one of those, what are they called? Ken, you could have two guys carrying you about.
a stretcher.
No, not a stretcher. God, I'm not. No, it's not the World War II. I'm speaking about, it's like a little office space, like a little booth.
Oh, like
Aye, what are they
Yeah.
called? There's a word for them. Everyone's got a word
you
for them.
carry them. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Not a pangolin, something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe a rickshaw.
Rickshaw, ideal. Love rickshaws.
There was a rickshaw guy in Dundee that didn't last long.
No, because everyone wanted to go up the hill town.
They're a blight.
Yeah, that's a hell of a
Seemingly in
journey.
London, it's a big problem, the rickshaw people.
Oh, God.
I watched a thing about New York, the electric bikes in New York. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Millions of them. Because New Yorkers' cars just don't really work in New York, so they're all in electric
Well,
bikes.
that's a good thing. But I was reading a thing
Mhm.
about when the roads were last properly developed, and it was the late 70s,
Okay.
where all the cars were a lot smaller. So this is the problem with bikes on the road now. They used to have room, but now they don't. You know, when you think of a parked car and a car,
Yeah.
you know,
They're wider.
they're a lot wider.
Cars are designed to save you
Mhm.
if you get hit by something. A lot of crumpled space.
Yeah.
But if you're a cyclist, you get
There's a
blended.
lot
You
now.
get blended with that crumpled
There's a lot
space.
now that it's designed for pedestrians to be hit on cars and stuff.
Right.
But how much does it help you? Do you know what I mean?
I was hit by an old-fashioned car back in the day, and
Oh,
that was.
Because I've seen there's an old Ford Cortina going around,
What was it?
and
Just
they
a
used to
death-
be the biggest cars.
Death machine.
They're tiny.
Are they just a tiny
They're
thing?
small. They're low to the ground, and they're sharp edged. And
Oh,
they're just
and they
sides.
always had like a baby killer on the front, like some
Yeah.
kind of mascot.
some mascot to slice
They
through
wanted
them,
that right
make it
through your
quick.
brain. And then the bits with the windscreen wipers, they were always jagged. So
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
You didn't go when you slid up over the bonnet. You hit the wipers and were ripped apart on them.
torn, that's shredded.
So,
Mm.
for full
I'm not going to
disclosure,
lose the house. I'm going to stay in the house.
I decided to write down my injuries that you could either see or hear.
Okay.
Because all my ones like a hernia or herniated discs and
Hernia.
occipital neuralgia.
When you getting that dealt with the hernia?
It was meant to be this year, but because bills are going up, it won't be. So, 73 stitches, 14 broken fingers, 9 broken toes, 1 broken collarbone,
Mm-hmm.
dislocated jaw, 2 broken ribs, 3 cracked ribs, 1 on my back. Oh, it was awful. Broken wrist. That was at the chaplaincy when I worked there up at the university, and there was a delivery.
Mhm.
And the steel shutter on the back of the
Oh.
van started sliding down slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was in it, and I just put my hand up. It broke like china. It
Oh,
just shattered
shattered.
it, yeah. Dislocated knee, that was a recent one. I've been impaled once. 2 concussions. Hypothermia 3 times. 3 shattered teeth. 1 cracked orbit, that was sore. And 1 goose attack.
Goose.
That's
They
not
use
bad.
in the distilleries up north. They don't use guard dogs. They use guard geese.
Oh,
They
man.
don't give up a goose.
That was 3 of my stitches in my
They don't
knee.
give up. The thing is,
Jesus.
if you get in your fucking car,
Mm-hmm.
you can outrun a dog, not a goose.
Oh, a goose will just
Takes
take
up
off.
into the sky and follows you.
Follows you right to your house.
Fuck.
Then they know where you live. They could tell their mates.
Have you ever lost Have you ever lost a thumbnail on a drawbridge?
No.
Castle door. I slammed
Oh.
a castle door on it. Castle door.
God.
Fell off. Look how funny it's shaped now.
Oh, I've not included my loss of a fingernail.
Have you ever been cut to the bone by a banana?
No.
See that wee scar there?
Yeah.
That was to the bone. Banana.
See these wee scars there?
Uh-huh.
That was me demonstrating
This
a
is
singer.
like Jaws.
Right? This was exactly. This is what I was hoping for. This was me demonstrating a singer
Uh-huh.
on TV, and I got that. And the girl that lived with me at the time, she was a vet nurse,
Uh-huh.
so she stitched them. So I didn't include these
Oh,
stitches
no,
because
no.
these were really for German Shepherd.
Bananas are dangerous. Not the soft part, but think with the hand of
can't.
bananas meat.
That hard,
that woody hard bit.
like a chib.
You could fucking
To the
cut
bone.
somebody's head clean off for that.
Oh God, I've actually forgot a lot of injuries here now. I'm
Mhm.
thinking about it. It's not good.
I've got a lot of teeth.
Makes me look
The
bad.
dentist who said I was going to get blood sugar, she said she'd fix all my cracked teeth. I'm wondering how she's going to do that. What would
Yeah.
she do? Fill it with polyfiller?
I think you get. Remember the old Fisher sealing? But you get an
Aye.
equivalent of that now. I don't know what
really
it
need
is.
My teeth fit.
Epoxy.
I'm not very vain.
My teeth were fine,
Mm-hmm.
and I took a surfboard to the face, right in the chin, and a bit together. But I didn't feel my teeth hurt. It was
Mm.
just, that was sore. Shattered them.
A guy punched me in the
Shattered.
face and the kind of socket my is.
Oh,
He
orbit.
broke that. I've had
Oh,
that.
that's what.
Yeah.
That's sore.
Yeah, that's That was sore.
That's a couple of years of not being right.
That was
Yeah.
a bit sore.
Jesus.
I've broken an ankle. It's the same ankle. I think it's 6 times.
What are you doing?
I once kicked a bollard and it had I kicked a traffic cone and there was a bollard inside it. I once broke, when I was at art school, I was chasing a guy to murder him and he broke my ankle on running down the stairs.
Oh, no.
And I kept going after him.
Oh, God.
It's like Terminator. I had to walk about with a walking stick. That was a bad one. But I went to the doctor to get this. He says, my ankle's really bad. Because I saw it. When you bust your ankle, it's awful, isn't it?
I broke.
It's really
Did I put broken ankle?
yeah, he did. And I went to the doctor and I says, God, my ankle's really sore. He says, I think that's a really bad sprain, but we'll give it an x-ray. And he says, yeah, it's a bad sprain, but it looks like you've broken it about 2 months ago. I says, oh, yeah,
God, yeah. They know. I was trying to impress my girlfriend. I just met her at the time, and I was jumping from tank trap to tank trap in my 30s, tank trap to tank trap across in.
Yeah, know the very ones.
Yeah. And after a while, I was getting tired, and I sort of missed one because they get wider apart.
They do.
And I didn't realise. And I'm like, God, this is getting hard. And I just sort of crunched one like a Tom Cruise crunch on it, and inside I went.
Yeah,
but outside I was going, no, I think I've had enough. And I held the hobble in as much as I could. 2 days later, we're back in the same place playing frisbee.
Oh.
And I walk backwards and crunch it over a rock because I'm being dead delicate. And when the more delicate you are, and I crunched it and I went down like a ton of bricks.
If you've injured, I've broken my hands. Both my hands have been broken. See the knuckles?
My knuckles, yeah.
My knuckles are gone. Yeah, that thumb's had a lot of abuse. So it's no... It's fucking... By this age...
You're worse than me.
Past your 40s, and I broke my... Get by a car, so I broke my femur.
That's a big one.
That's a bad break. Came to and my
That's
foot,
for life.
I came back and my head was resting on my foot. That was a sore one. That's the sorest one. Because when they reset it, I'd had a head injury, so they couldn't use the anaesthetic. Yeah. So they just got a hold of you and just manhandled your leg out and back. That's a sore
God. One.
But there was a guy, when I was in the hospital for that, there was a guy in the bed next to me, and my foot was up in traction.
Mm-hmm.
It had been a bad break.
Oh,
and
Jesus,
it was up like
yeah.
that. Was it this one? I can't remember which one. But the neighbour in the bed next to me, he had a very low traction. It was just off the bed a wee bit. And I said, he says, I've got brittle bones. And he broke bones about 3 times while in hospital.
Oh, God, that's awful, eh?
It was like he was made out of Blackpool rock.
Yeah, just shattered.
I think
that's
else.
Not good.
Yeah.
But these are all interesting ones.
Yeah, my dad pranged the car, so I got stitches in my head. And then I got stitches in my head because I fell into a wall and split my head open on a piece of flint or something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
But I didn't. I broke my arm in a cub camp.
I'm feeling ashamed of my list
now.
you've
got a list, but I've got quite a list as well.
Jesus. Yeah. It almost comes across like we're incompetent in some ways.
No, the thing
we're
is,
adventurers.
You know when you say to yourself,
limits.
have you ever done this? Can you accidentally cut yourself when you're cooking? The knife slips, so you're cutting a tomatoes.
I jabbed myself right in the fucking artery there. Yeah.
Imagine you killed yourself. You died accidentally cutting tomatoes and they thought it was a suicide. And he didn't look happy.
Happen.
You're like that? No, I was just...
Well, that happened
Always
to me.
Keep your knife sharp.
Couldn't get it to stop.
Blunt
the tiniest fucking thing.
Blunt knife.
Blunt knives are dangerous, I agree. The tiniest little cut there, I must have been about 16.
Bleed.
Oh,
my youthful blood.
It was spraying and I was putting pressure on it, couldn't stop it, so I ended up going up. But by the time I got up there, it kind of stopped.
Blood.
Yeah, so they give it a wee.
Coagulated, that's good.
Yeah, they give it a wee.
When a head injury bleeds like a fucker, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I was sitting on my surfboard going, what's all this pink stuff? Why is the water pink? Couldn't understand. I could not for a million years figure out why the water was pink. My mate goes to me.
Yeah, in your period.
And he's looking at me like that. Let's go in. I went, what? No, let's get someone. He goes, let's go in. Go, fucking blood's pouring out. 14 stitches right across the top.
Have you ever you're cutting something? You go, God, I've not cut myself for a while, and then you go and cut yourself.
Yeah,
cosmic ordering, man.
That's it. Now you know what I use
Aye.
Because a cut to me is lost money in work now.
Aye.
I've got Kevlar gloves.
Oh,
So
I've-
anytime I'm properly cutting, I've just put the gloves on, avoid any hassle.
Oh,
The worst cut I got down here, right, and I've learned
on
my
Susan's
lesson.
tongue.
Oh dear! I've got a strap cutter.
Oh.
there's a little blade in it. Now, to save money, I pull the blade out a bit and use the end when I'm cutting. And I usually pull out the top. I pulled out the bottom. And I usually, the way I'm sitting now with my legs crossed, I'll put the leather like that and I'll cut across. And I felt it right across my and I looked down and the trousers were opened about 4 inches, perfect. And I went, I'm not bleeding. And as I looked at it, like on an old samurai film, the blood just opened and bleed. I had to remove a couple of the panels here because the blood was down my leg. It was everywhere.
Oh.
But I glued it together.
Super,
bit of tape.
that's how super glue was invented.
I saw what you done to your thumb. You done a great job.
Yeah, I did a good job with healed
Taped
up.
it. Yeah, looking great. My dad came home one day from work.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, a bit early. I went, you're a bit early. Yeah, something happened. Oh, what's that? His thumb's all taped up, you know. And I went, oh, what happened? So he showed me. I couldn't believe it. Pipes had slipped when his hand was on the back of the truck. He worked at the water board and it crushed it, but it crushed it where it had popped the skin right around and it opened the whole thing up. He just put it back together with gaffer tape, some sellotape, and that was it, right? I swear to God, 3 days it was healing. He was the safety officer.
A crushing injury is a bad one because when I've crushed my thumb, it wah, and it throbs. Oh, fuck.
That, when I put my finger accidentally in the disc brake while it was spinning. A real common way to cut a fingertip off.
Yeah.
And I fucking did it, didn't I? Like a beginner. I wasn't looking. I put my hand back, leant over, jam. And I said to myself, don't panic. You've cut your finger off. Do not panic. Deal with it. And I looked down. My finger was still there, but this was black, just bleeding. Now, a couple of days later, the pain was so bad, I took my Leatherman tool and just pulled the nail right out.
Yeah.
And when pain's that bad, you do weird things. You can't think of doing that now.
Can't, no.
But I just pulled it.
It's like people that have got their hands caught and they cut their own hand off.
Yeah.
The worst pain I've ever had, and I've been in a few accidents, was when I was a student in Glasgow, away from home, kind of first time, and I got an ear infection. Probably been smoking too much dope.
Bad. Ear infections are terrible.
It was so, because I had problems with my ears when I was a kid. I had grommets.
Same here, yeah.
Grommets. And it started up and it was fucking sore.
Oh.
And it was a 4-day nightmare. And I hadn't really wanted to phone home because you wanted to be, again, you are independent. And the pain was getting worse.
But your mind screaming, Mom!
And it was like, somebody was honest to God just putting a cord screw in my head.
I could imagine.
And it's because it's in your head. There was no getting away from it. I couldn't sleep. I was taking painkillers. I walked. Funnily enough, I didn't go to the hospital.
Did you find yourself walking in circles and
pacing. Like kind of a dog or that injures itself.
Pacing works,
right, it'll cue itself. So I'd not been sleeping for 4 days. I'd got painkillers. They weren't taking any edge off. And I was basically wanting to be up because at least if I was up and moving about, So I went down to the canteen in the morning, sat with my mates, and the food was terrible. And this was a bacon roll, and the bacon was like shoe leather. It was disgusting. Right. The food was disgusting.
I could imagine.
They'd make a beef stew with tatties.
Right.
But the beef stew, there wouldn't be beef in it, it'd be tatties.
Tatty beef stew.
Tatty beef stew with tatties. Anyway, so I take a bite of this bacon roll, and I'm like that. And I just felt, and the guy across from me just looking at me, and he's like, what the fuck? And it was just blood and pus. It just, my eardrum had burst.
Oh my God.
And the blood and pus were running down like gouts of it.
Oh.
And the pain had instantly gone.
But it wouldn't put you off your lunch.
I finished the sandwich and I went back and went to my bed and I slept for like 2 days.
Oh my God.
But just that relief.
Earache is bad.
See, before the NHS,
bad.
I watched a documentary, and before the NHS, people were going about with just long-term pain because they didn't have the money to go and get it fixed. The NHS came, people would go and get their teeth fixed. No fucking blood sugar back then. They'd get their eyes done, they'd get NHS specs.
Yeah, exactly.
And people from all kinds of these long-term pain. But they're very reluctant to give you painkillers now.
Well, the last time I got painkillers from the doctor, even with my earache, I I had that, the tube that goes from the ear to the throat that I'd blocked a couple of years ago. Nah, just deal with it. And got steroids, put it right away. I swear to God, 20 minutes it was gone.
Yeah.
But the last time I got painkillers was after I got whooping cough. You're on such a low ebb, you get things.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got tonsillitis.
Oh, yeah, that can be nasty.
Holy shit, because I went to the doctor and I went, open your mouth, and went, oh, like that. It was. They said, oh, it's really infected. We're going to give you this. And it was just cocodamol. I had never heard of it, didn't know what it was. But you see, the thing is, when I took it, I didn't realise that every part of my body hurts until it stops hurting.
Yeah. I've had morphine
great.
once, and that does take the edge off.
Dangerous, that.
That takes the edge off.
I told you the story.
You've had Tramadol.
No.
That shit will take the edge off.
Really?
Oh,
was that good? It was, my dad he had these morphine because he was in later stages of dying. And he was going, this is just sugar water. And I went, if they give him sugar water, my dad, give me that. And I tried it. Didn't make up the stairs. My legs went from me. I collapsed and slept for 4 hours on the middle landing.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Milk of the poppy, man.
Oh.
Milk of the poppy.
But I felt my legs going. I went, oh, this is amazing.
No, they just don't like giving you.
No.
But there's people I know who've got back trouble in that. And they're just addicted.
Yeah, you can't stop.
Like a common one with people with bad
Ibuprofen.
backs is they're just fat.
Oh, yeah.
But people would rather take painkillers than lose weight. If they lost weight, a lot of the back issues would
go. How many people, right, do you know can take a lot of ibuprofen? Because ibuprofen's fucking dangerous.
Is it?
Really dangerous. And you take it a few days, all the weird things start happening. It's not that great. You've got to be really careful
weird
with
things
it.
happen?
First, you'll start with constipation to the point where you could be hospitalised with it.
Oh.
You start getting mouth ulcers.
Oh.
All sorts of different things. Ibuprofen's a strong drug.
Oh, yeah.
And so is paracetamol.
Yeah.
Because you know how it says take 2 every 4 hours?
Yeah.
A lot of people will say, I'm really sore, I'll take 4.
Oh, God.
Coma.
Yeah.
Puts them in a coma.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
really...
hell. Yeah.
Even though you get these drugs like in Tesco's and that, you got to be careful with them.
Yeah.
Because people just think, oh, it's nothing.
Well, I've been taking a bit of ibuprofen, and to be honest with you, I did a shit this morning, and it looked like a bit of scrimshaw.
That'll be it.
It was carved looking.
Yeah.
It was quite solid.
Not good.
No.
You got to be careful with that.
Yeah. But it's fine. You
But
just have to power. You have to power through. But pain, people don't like to be told this, but there's ways of there's methodology to get round the pain. You can.
Yeah.
Remember when you know back in the day you'd whitey, you'd have a joint and you'd whitey and you'd feel sick. You could talk your way out of it.
Oh no, that's
you could lie there and have you can take your mind off things.
I remember having toothache.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a terrible
You
toothache.
can go away into another place from the pain. People who are tortured have done this.
It was, yeah. It was one of my cracked teeth I'm talking about. It's actually, they took it out. It was that bad.
Yeah.
Just split down the middle.
Yeah.
No, it was that one. Split down the middle. And it was so bad, right? And I went into the garden and I walked this ring into the grass about 3 hours, but I walked the pain away.
Aye.
Why do you know to walk? You keep going, keep going, and this will work.
Because when I was lying in the dentist the other day, scaling polish, which I think some people are freaked out with the dentist. But when I'm in the dentist chair, I just relax. I'm away thinking about something
I'm absolutely
else.
fine, yeah.
You're thinking about someone else and you don't really feel anything. Yeah. But some people, not so much in this country, but in America, the opioid stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
I went into like their boots, whatever it was, Costco. I can't remember what it was called.
It's all brand names.
But there's antibiotics and things and creams and that. If you just get like a Savlon, there's an antibiotic one. Jesus. You can just buy it. It's mad. It's really mad.
It's all brand names and everyone's advertised on the telly. And doctors work. You can go to the doctor and say, I want a certain brand of stuff.
Is that? Oh, God. I got a spider bite. Fucking, I'm in America. It's going to be great. Brown recluse bite. Third day there. Jesus Christ, right. So here we go. I'm going to have this necrosis and everything. It didn't happen.
Right.
It started. I'm always scared that I'm waiting in a few years that it appears, which it can do, but I've got the scar from it there. That's it.
I came in and there was like a kind of spider web, like jizzy stuff on your hands.
That was someone else.
That was
so
else.
I went in and they were great. They were absolutely brilliant. But because I was insured, because it was,
Uh-huh.
and even my European health card, they took that.
Did they?
That was, you don't get that anymore, but they took that.
Oh,
It was
no.
really strange. But the guy was well clued up. I think he travelled all over Europe and worked in the UK and that,
Yeah.
so he was able to help me out.
Okay.
But I think it came to about $3,000
Jeez.
to go in and see about this. As soon as you walk in and sit down, you're charged.
Oh no, there's people.
I was really shocked.
I know people. They've got children who've got like an asthmatic child,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe they're asthmatic as well, and they have to make a decision who gets
Oh,
the
that's
treatment.
terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
National Health for America.
Like I went.
It's
to,
not communist.
No, I
just
don't,
get
no,
it.
Just get it. Well, I went to a doctor the other day, and I get eczema. Came when the weather changes,
Yeah.
and got all my stuff. Go to the chemist. It's all free.
You could tell you're from up north.
Huh?
Eczema, Dundee down to about Edinburgh, eczema.
Eczema.
That's weird.
It's mild, but I did a charity thing. I was an artist working for this group, and it was kids with eczema.
No, right.
Unbelievable.
Terrible.
Kids that are just like wrapped in bandages.
Oh,
it's like
fucking hell,
it's like
yeah.
a disability. Their skin is like so painful.
God,
And
hopefully they
great
can
wee
get a
kids
cure
as
for
well.
that.
Great wee kids.
Terrible.
It's linked to other things as well. Hay fevers and things. It's
Right,
all
okay.
the body's just interconnected.
Well, this
machine.
is something as you get older you'll find, and my
Mm.
doctor told me, because I got that spider bite,
Mhm.
remember during lockdown, my
Yeah.
whole head swollen.
Yeah.
I went, I've never been allergic. They went, no, you're getting older. You'll find you change through several periods of your life where you'll get new allergies, and old allergies will just stop, and you'll get new ones. Or it's very strange. You go through, and I got that, and then it looks like I may be allergic to wheat,
Oh no.
which I'm like, so I've been off wheat for a week. been
Nobody's
told to do it.
allergic to chips. I notice.
No one's allergic. Oh, I can't eat potatoes.
Oh.
Oh, no, actually, I can't eat potatoes because it sticks here. And it feels like I can't swallow it, and that's probably part of it. But I was like, wheat, am I?
Wheat.
I've been off it a week now,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think this is something that's developed recently by the way I'm feeling. I think I've probably always been allergic to it, or had an intolerance, rather.
Okay.
I think I've always been that way, because the
So-
change is so fucking dramatic.
You become so boring
Yeah,
because you're just having to avoid stuff. Like I've
I had to
never.
avoid dairy as well, but I don't think it's the dairy.
I can't give up cheese.
Cheese backs me up, man.
Love cheese.
Talk about an
But
injury.
I drink less cow's milk in milk. I was drinking. I do. I've
Ah,
got
I
oat
like
milk.
the goat's milk. I'm sorry.
Try the oat milk,
Is it good?
man. Buy yourself some oat milk, barista blend,
Right.
and have it on some cornflakes.
Nice.
I'm telling you, man, you'll.
I got yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I got because I'm always trying new coffees and that, like this one.
Yeah.
I got an almond milk coffee.
Almond
Had a
milk's
sip,
okay.
sprayed it,
No, not a
fucking
fan
threw
of
it out.
almond
Oh,
milk.
it was minging.
No, oat milk's lovely.
Yeah.
Plus oat milk as well. A lot of these soya and almond in particular is very destructive to the planet.
Oh, don't
An
worry.
almond
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
No, this
is it?
Alpro. Yeah.
Because almonds are a very thirsty plant.
Oh, right.
So like
I've killed it for
it's like
my caramel
it's
latte.
like apricots as well.
Let's get on.
But oats, they're just fields full of this stuff.
Let's get on to the show.
Okay.
The most dangerous things for people in the United Kingdom.
Ladders.
In order: walls,
Oh yeah.
power tools,
Okay.
furniture, other
What
people.
about chip pans?
Wait, it gets better. Traffic, cows.
Oh, cows. I was at school with a guy.
Cows is the sixth most dangerous thing.
People think, have you seen a cow? It's half a ton.
And if they just decide to fuck you up, there's nothing you could do.
Well,
They do
herd-
that stomping
They're
on
a
you.
herd thing and they'll just
Yeah.
run. You walk into their field. People go, there's a bull in the field. Bulls are too busy fucking thinking about their hole.
Yeah, that's
Cows
right.
are angry.
Cows are.
Plus, they've got udders full of milk and it makes them ill-tempered.
Oh my god, it would make me ill-tempered.
Okay, what's particularly dangerous? Milk cows.
Really?
Beef cattle are quite kind of docile, but milk bulls, you never see a milk bull in a field. A Frisian bull will
You've
never
been
be in a
described
field.
as a rural man, so
Yeah.
you know these things.
Yeah.
But I'm from a city, and the only things we have here is
Yeah.
wild bears.
Well, bears.
So yeah,
Yeah, cows
cows
are
are
dangerous.
dangerous. But
I
there's
saw
six on the
footage-
list.
Saw footage. It was a show, and it was a herd of cows, and a duck had walked into a field,
Yeah.
and the cows just trampled it to death because they're curious and they'll come and look.
Just batter it.
Battered it, yeah,
Have you seen the one where the raccoon gets into the chimpanzee thing?
tear it to bits.
They torture it and tear it to ribbons. It's fucking awful.
Mental.
Workplace injuries.
Boiling water and will injure a lot of people. boiling.
Oh,
hot.
there was a woman. It was up at the Sikh place
Aye,
and she poured boiling water
Oh.
on her leg. They had to take her leg off. It was terrible.
awful. Yeah.
Amputated, yeah. So, workplace injuries. Now, your dad's a baker or was a baker,
Mhm.
and a baker picked up a tray too heavy and snapped both his wrists at the same time.
Jesus.
These are all insurance ones.
Aye, okay.
That have been. Someone stapled themselves to a table.
Okay.
Okay. Someone was stabbed with a sharpened boiled sweet.
Oh.
This is all in mainly Scotland, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, I actually set my underwear on fire at work.
I'm doing what?
Well, I used to cycle to work every day.
Just
One
the-
day
the-
it was the friction.
You're going so far.
my two pancakes, but no, it was pissing down. I was soaked through.
I didn't in the rain. That's impressive.
Soaked through, right?
Ah.
So I get to work, and this is 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got to be there till 5:30, soaking. So I thought, I'll get the heat gun, go in the toilet, and dry my underwear from the inside.
While they're on.
Yeah. So I sort of pulled them down, had it going, and went, oh, this is drying. The steam was coming up,
Smell.
right? And I'm drying it, and I'm drying it, and I was, oh, this is really working, right? Oh, it's going to piping hot. It's a cold day as well. So I put it off, I pulled them up, and I fucking screamed. The girl that worked in the office came down. What's wrong? I went, man! Like that in the toilet.
With your
And I
pubes on
pulled,
fire.
no, the edges of my underwear were like embers. I'd set them on fire and pulled them up. My scrot was properly burnt. I had to leave the work, go along to Boots in the city centre and buy Savlon to rub it on my scrotum. It was terrible. I was limping. It was...
Oh, I saw a thing. It was a woman who worked in a paper factory,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a guillotine that would cut through reams of paper.
Oh,
But you had to time it, and she'd cut her hands off.
oh my God.
But they sewed them back on. It was just imagine.
You see those machines now, they've got guards,
They didn't have guards.
sensors,
And
everything.
You listen to Ewan McGregor when he said he doesn't believe in health and safety.
Yeah, that's
Health
what
and safety before fucking hell.
yes, I agree.
There's
Health
still-
and safety is so
There's
important.
still people going about Dundee, one-armed guys, and it's all from the jute industry.
Oh yeah, you see
people
old
getting dragged
people,
into
yeah.
machines. There's a lot of crippled people in Dundee because of no health and safety.
Yeah, you've got to have it. Someone's head got trapped in a desk, which I understand. I got it trapped in a piano once.
okay.
That can happen. Someone sneezed and stabbed their face on a pencil, which I could see that happening.
Oh.
You right in the eye. Have you ever seen? Oh wait, I think this comes up actually. Someone was strangled by fairy lights at a Christmas party.
Oh, that would happen.
You could see that happening.
There was one guy I saw footage, and he'd been leaving a Hogmanay party, tripped in the garden, and a stake that had roses in it went right through his neck.
Oh my God.
Went through his neck and out the back of his head. He survived. You ever seen the footage of the guy walking out the surf with a harpoon gun?
No.
No, the
harpoon.
no, the harpoon gun. What are they called? The wee gun.
Harpoon.
Is that called a harpoon
Yeah.
gun? Sticking out his head.
Jesus fuck. That's
But accidents
awful.
like that, I saw one, and a guy was attacked by a guy with like a chainsaw, and he just went at him. But the guy was so fat, his belly like absorbed, it saved him. If he'd been a thin man, he'd be dead.
oh my God. In here,
Uh-huh.
I was hoovering, right? And it was the long part of the hoover. And I put it backwards, right?
Oh,
It lifted my hood up. And I went, "Ugh," and I sat, and it made me fall. And I sat down, and for a split second was hanging with my bum on the bottom of the hoover, holding it up while I'm hanging from my hoodie. It
you'd been
lasted
found
like 2 seconds, and I panicked.
if you'd been found the following day, they would have thought that's a sex thing.
I told you I got stuck in the bath,
Right.
right? If your bath's narrow enough,
Uh-huh.
don't do this. Now, people are going to try it.
Did you try and do it side on?
No. Now, you know why I saw all fours. It's a health and safety,
okay,
right?
okay.
One day, I don't know what possessed me. I put both my thumbs under my armpits and just sat back. But I held my elbows. I couldn't get out. I was stuck there for hours. Hours. I had to keep letting the water out with my feet and then filling it up because it was cold.
Have you ever got your toe stuck in the tap? You go, God, with my toe stuck
no,
in
we've
that.
got a filter on it.
With my toe stuck in that tap.
No.
You stick it in.
Oh, it doesn't come out. But I was stuck there for hours, and then eventually I thought, right, I'll let the water out, I'll let everything dry, and I was able to until I didn't think I moved much, and my left arm went. Blah, blah. I went, oh fuck! And I got out, and I was bruised.
Dignified.
It was like I had proper bruises.
I
was jammed in there.
There was one of these things. A guy in America. It was a big store,
mm-hmm.
and they had these giant fridges, and they found his body down the back of there.
Oh,
They reckon he'd go there, he'd sit up in the fridge and have a smoke,
right.
and he'd fallen this little gap.
Oh my god, that's it. That's
And
nightmare stuff. Yeah,
Just
and that's
died.
it.
Nobody
Just
could have heard them. And the store continued. He disappeared out of life,
and
he just died in this little space.
Oh my god.
No, it's a nightmare. There was a guy in my hometown. He'd been breaking into a house, and I think a boiler or something. As he'd been going through the window, he dislodged a weight, and a thing fell in the back of his neck and killed him.
Jesus.
So when
fuck.
the people, they found him like hanging in the window dead.
Not a
It's
way to
horrible.
go.
No,
Horrible.
Yeah.
Someone farted so hard they passed out. They broke their nose and ended up with stitches.
Okay.
This is workplace injuries in Scotland.
Fuck.
Injured by a dead pigeon. I assume this was you making a claim.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Concussion on a mind your head sign.
Okay.
What had happened in this one is great. Someone had hit their head. They'd sued the company.
Right.
The insurance company said, put a sign up. The next day, someone walked into it and sued them again. Successfully.
Brilliant.
Getting a rat out of an office ended up, this was an American one, with 2 shot, 1 fire and 1 broken leg.
Jesus. They're tenacious of that. There was a woman in America. They were operating on her.
Yeah.
And they were removing an organ or something. And when they cut open something, she produced a noxious gas that was deadly. Something about the woman's body chemistry and the medicine she was on. She was creating a terrible gas. And people were passing out.
Apparently, one that can do that's really bad, is when people have that thing where they eat hair.
Right, okay.
And there's a huge ball of hair in the stomach, and the smell apparently will make you go.
Well, at the old Olympia swimming pool, Olympia swimming pool's cursed. I think they may be buried. They built it on some burial ground or
They
something.
have to, because the thing's
I
coming down.
can't explain.
Yeah.
It's like poltergeist. But the old one was bad. But what they were doing was they put bleach on some chemical.
Oh, of
and it
course,
created,
you don't mix them.
Yeah.
Didn't do their kosh.
Created a terrible gas.
I remember being at my kosh when you're being I was a janitor, and then just a cleaner, and then you've got to do your kosh. I don't think it's called kosh anymore. I think there's something different. No. And this is you, Bosh. 5 a.m. Yeah. And that's my kosh training. Just don't put caustic soda and bleach together. We'll all be fine.
Yeah, caustic soda.
We'll all be fine if you don't do that.
I know, it's a gas that'll kill your arse.
Yeah.
There's a guy, one of the clerks who works in the council, he'd went into a building and he accidentally set off the fire suppressant.
Oh, God.
So all the room he was in filled, he was like, fuck! And the room he was, and it knocked him out.
Yeah, I could kill you.
Yeah.
Jesus. Have you seen online, there's a guy, it says, here's how to cool your house.
Oh.
And he has dry ice in a bucket and it blows it around the room. I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Have you seen, there's a video of a party and people put the dry ice over the pool and everyone jumped in. They're all just passing out. It's fucking terrifying. Then people jumped in to help them. They pass out. So, oh, God. Now, this next one, stabbed with a birthday cake.
Okay.
And what it was, there's a girl and she bends down the birthday cake and someone pushes her face into it. But when it comes up, they've used a wooden post to build the cake.
Oh.
It was right into her eye, right to the back.
Oh,
almost
fuck.
Pokes her in the brain. It's fucking, it's sickening
do you know
watch.
there was a fight? I think somebody was injured in Ann Summers the other day in Dundee.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
I have visions of a duel with dildos.
A duel with dildos. But you
the
think
flashing blade.
You would keep like a safety
Zorro.
dildo, a heavy one under it, under the desk. Everyone comes in, you fucking belt them. Some of those things can be heavy.
Oh, it's like a cudgel.
Oh,
it's like, kind of if it was weighted with lead shot.
Oh, it's not good.
See those ones that are like an arm?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing with that?
Struggling. Jesus, there's too much effort involved. There's too much destruction
Some people
of yourself.
buy too much stuff.
Too much. When you see a giant fisting dildo, you've simply gone too far in life. So half of our listeners, we've just
Chris.
ostracised them. His giant fisting dildo. Oh, God.
It'll be like
worn through. It'll look like an old Stretch Armstrong. all perforated. The smell. Oh God. Yeah, but the thing with injuries, and you said it there with the workplace injuries and that, the health and safety. I hate when people say, "Oh, fucking health and safety," like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Because when you mentioned that there, that really bugs me.
Oh yeah.
Because that's someone who's never had a job. You see the things that people do. They put ladders on tops of vans and shit. And you're like, get the fuck down. I've seen
people
it.
sawing down trees while they're in the tree.
Yeah.
Again, I'll stand on a branch and I'll cut the branch off.
I'm
on the branch. There was, I think it was cases, guys, the internet shows people stuff. And they go, So it was a kid, he'd seen that putting a light bulb in your mouth would click your jaw.
Yeah, you can't get it out again.
So he put a light. He went like that and put the light bulb in his mouth, and he just couldn't get it out. He's like, "Fuck!" So they thought we'd better get better get a taxi to the hospital. And the taxi driver's like, "What the fuck have you done?" He says his mate was with him, and he says, "We saw a thing. He got a light bulb and stuck in his mouth." And the taxi driver's laughing at them. They went in. The doctor's like that. This is not the first time I've seen this. So they broke it and took it out. When they're leaving the hospital, here's the taxi driver showing up.
Well, light bulb
stuck.
Don't put light bulbs in your mouth. You won't get them out. It's not good. It's not good. Honestly, the shit I've seen at work though that people do. I was at the car rental place, and there was this guy, and he's got a bit of metal in between his knees,
Jesus,
right? And he's got the grinder, and he's trying to, and it keeps jumping because he's using it at the wrong part. I was like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, it just leaves it alone. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this 30 years.
Have you seen guys welding and just go like that?
And they
shut their eyes. Or they look away.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no, you have to stick to the rules when it comes to that, because it's very easy to get complacent. Especially, see, here's what happens. If you have your own business, you feel you can't afford to get injured, so you're a little careful and you follow your own rules, and you might do things that are a bit wrong. But when you work for someone else, you're like, "Oh, fuck it." You get a bit lackadaisical, and if you don't follow the rules, holy shit.
Adam Savage, you know my feelings on the man.
Yeah.
But he says like boring, repetitive tasks are where people get injured. You're cutting wood, just all day long. Your mind wanders.
I've done it here.
Yeah.
I'm changing the thread on the sewing machine, and my foot's on the.
Aye. You just don't think.
And I'm like, "Oh, fuck's sake." You know what I
fucking
mean?
Injury. But if you lose a foot, which finger can you most afford to lose?
The one that grows out my hip.
No, but which one? Which one? If I say I'm going to cut off, we join the Yakuza, and I say I'm going to have to cut off one of your fingers. Which one?
This one. The one beside the pinky. Do you think? What?
A lot of people say pinky.
No.
You're fucked if you lose your pinky.
I need
because you use your pinky to hold everything. It's your balance. You can actually, your pointing fingers, you can afford to lose those quite well.
Oh, is it not this one?
Yeah, but the pinky.
I play guitar. I use them all.
Well, for the world, it's maybe best if I just take them all off.
Probably. But are you more careful now?
No. Yeah.
I've decided when I got my new bike, my new mountain bike, it's a trail bike, and it's the first bike I've bought like that in 27 years, because it's all been jump bikes.
Right.
And I've decided no more jumping,
no
more wheeling downstairs.
Right.
I'm stopping it, because I just don't recover like I used to.
When you're a kid, I used to enjoy yourself. You'd get a green brake, and you were so young and springy. You would break your leg, and it would just heal.
You would heal.
But nowadays, you do.
Yeah, it's like bone china hitting the ground.
You do wake up sometimes, and you're like, "What the fuck have I've got an injury." Like,
well, it's like, oh God, I'm trying to think. When was the last time I probably really jumped my bike? Probably about 6 years ago.
Right, okay.
And what happened is, when you start really making money for yourself, you've got to go, look, if I'm off 3 weeks, I'm making no cash. So I had to draw a line. But I still cycle relatively quickly. Yeah, but I don't jump now at all.
I'm not a speed fiend at all. I'm not into speed. I like to get.
I didn't realise I was fast until I started filming some of the rides. I'm going, fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's quite quick. But I don't feel I'm quick. I just, you know.
No, I'm no interested in going fast. I'm just lazy. I'm a lazy person.
I love cycling.
But I was a lot
Love
more.
it.
I was a lot more dynamic as a child. But then when you break a few things, it just cools your dander a little bit.
Yeah,
It does cool your dander.
you do
I
slow
like
down.
to climb trees,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not big on heights, but I don't think I was too bad on heights when I was wee. But just a few wee knocks, and you learn.
That happened to my dad. He got hit. The way they used to take drain covers out was
Yeah.
they'd hook the teeth of the
Yeah.
digger in it and just lift it.
Oh Jesus!
Not allowed now.
No.
But he done that, and as it went past him, it dropped, hit him, stitches everywhere. He says after that, even looking down caused a bit of vertigo.
Right.
Couldn't go up a ladder, couldn't do anything like that after it.
Jesus.
That was it. Because I remember we were going through the well gate,
Uh-huh.
and he says, I have to stay away from the edge now. I says, you can't. He says, there was nothing, but that hit in the head, that was it.
I had a job in a supermarket,
Oh.
and through in the storeroom there was a great tall ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you know how I'd get from one side of the storeroom to the other side of the storeroom?
Did you shugle it while you
I
were
would
on
just
it?
jump the ladder. But it's a great tall thing. And I'd just go, shake it, dunk, dunk,
I've
dunk,
seen this.
and you'd bounce along.
I've seen
I wouldn't
this.
do that now.
No, you would do stupid things.
You would not do that now.
And God, but it's just little things you would do. You'd put your hands in things that would
Your
get
life becomes
trapped
more
and-
precious to you.
When you're
you think
young,
you're
though, risk is
bomb-proof.
something for others.
Yeah, you're bomb-proof.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
don't. And even when you are hurt, you're going, that was a stupid fucking door that done that. That wasn't
it
me.
wasn't me. It wasn't my
That's right, it wasn't my fault.
stupidity.
It wasn't my fault. But yeah, I think you have to rest for the next 6 months.
Yeah,
take it
sneezing's
easy.
not good. And I
You'll-
love a
you'll
good
be off the
sneeze.
bike as
I
well.
love a good, well, no, the bike, I'd like to be cycling about because I'm lazy, but the thing is, it's getting up the fucking stairs.
Yeah,
Can I make it up the
can't
stairs?
do it, man. It's not a heavy bike, but
no,
for what it is, it's not heavy.
No,
but
it's no-
Jesus,
it's
it's
no
heavy
bad
when
at
you're
all.
sore.
we get up the stairs.
3 weeks you'll be doing it again,
Yeah,
but
and-
you will be feeling it for quite a while.
yeah, every day it's slightly better.
Because my girlfriend, like the year before lockdown, she was wearing her 6-inch heels, fucking went down like a ton of bricks, but she landed on her tablet, it was in her bag, and she went, oh, and it was getting worse and worse. Just one cracked rib. It took her ages.
Yeah,
Oh, and it was the first couple of nights trying to lie down and everything. Oh, it was, and it's always the same ones. Is it
Yeah.
the ones here you got in the middle?
It's
Or is it
one-
high?
It's high. It's high.
Oh no!
High.
Oh yeah,
High
oh, that's
one.
not good.
No, it's
That's
it's-
worse.
It's fucking
That's
not.
worse.
It's not nice at all.
Oh Jesus! So what's the next?
Jane Fonda had ribs taken out to look in to help her waist.
Oh my God!
Yes, spare ribs taken.
She could have given them to Army Hammer.
I know.
I've still not watched that documentary. I'll have to watch that. Is it out yet? I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'll have to
because his
watch that.
family have cut him off.
Yeah, but apparently the whole family's the same.
They're all perverts.
they're all weird as
Yeah,
fuck.
fucking weird as fuck. What's that?
Good, Jesus
There's a guy,
Christ.
Nygaard. Have you heard of him?
No.
He's Canada's Jeffrey Epstein. He was a
shit.
jeans fashion magnate, and he had like a big sex place in Barbados or something.
Oh
big
my God.
compound. Why would you need a compound? But what fucked him was, I think there'd been people talked about him, but he's very keen to get the lawyers involved. Lawyer up, and people,
Right.
and he's a billionaire. But he had another billionaire neighbour, and there was a property dispute
Mm-hmm.
over a bit of land, and it was nothing.
Yeah.
And rather than settling it, Nygaard had fought him, and the guy, fuck you. So he started investigating him, then
and it
dug
all
up
came out.
child abuse.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
then genuinely, this guy was wealthy, but thought that's a fucking appalling. It brought him down, and he's in the jail. But there's a rumour that he was having women, impregnating women, forcing them to have abortions,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was harvesting the stem cells and injecting them.
What the fuck?
Because a lot of these guys, I'm not saying
What?
I'm not saying Elon Musk's a pedophile, but they're all obsessed with eternal life. He's
Why?
talked about it's their ego.
Oh my
They want
God.
Bezos is the same. They
That's
think
weird.
that they're desperate to get their mind into the computer. They want to last. They think they're important.
Do you notice when you're popular in America, you have a lavish, secure a home, lavish, secure party home or a family home or something in the Hollywood Hills. But as soon as they don't like you, they call it a compound.
Yeah,
If your house is being called a compound in the press, you're in trouble. You've done
Compound.
something
Yeah,
wrong.
Compound.
Yeah, compound.
But I don't like when people buy this big bits of property abroad.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking you're abroad because you think you can bribe people or people look
Yeah,
other way.
what is that?
I don't know, man. I really
It's a
don't
very
know.
strange thing.
People, I'm surprised more perverts don't buy property in Dundee.
No,
Yeah, I tell you, if you're a pervert, go to Blairgowrie.
that's
Place,
the place.
60% of the population are on the sex offenders
It's
register.
unbelievable.
It's
there.
shocking.
It's so strange. It's such a nice place as well.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
It's all right. It's nice. It's a nice walk up the river.
It's better than Forfar, I'd imagine.
Oh, Kerrymuir.
Kerry Manure.
Kerrymuir. It's a dump. Yeah, but holy
well.
shit.
Mhm.
That's it. Oh no.
Injury.
I was winding up. We've got 10 minutes to go.
Oh, fuck.
I was winding up. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
Yeah.
What else has been going on in your life this week?
Oh,
You can
just
tell
been-
we're fucked
Just
this week.
Just been lying there.
Just lying there.
Just lying
How you
there.
been coping with it though?
Whimpering. Oh, no, the thing is, I'm actually quite robust.
Yeah.
I do go on with
That
things.
must have been a clatter though.
It was a right wallop.
Yeah.
When I was lying there, I thought, well, I'm fucked myself quite badly.
It was when I saw your thumb the other. It was like, what the fuck?
That healed.
It's still a funny colour. That's not
yeah,
correct.
that's my normal skin colour.
Oh, taupe.
Taupe. But yeah, you just have to kind of go on with stuff.
Why does your bruise stop at your wrist
Oh, that's my watch.
tan mark?
Because I think maybe. Well, no, it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe the watch was tight, and it's just. I don't know.
That's really strange.
It is weird.
Is it?
There's a lot of
Have you
strange-
painted that on?
No,
No. Okay.
no. I didn't have the watch on because I had to stop wearing the watch because it's a bit sore.
No, a bit sore. Our new inoculation will be coming soon.
Is it?
I don't think you
No,
will
it's for
because
you
you're a young lad.
It's you over 50s.
Us elderly people will be getting it soon. I think October I'll be getting one.
Oh, wonderful.
And a flu jab. But see, all the kids at school are getting the flu
It's a nasal
spray. Yeah, that's wonderful
Isn't it?
because the flu is fucking awful. It's
I
terrible.
don't tend to get the flu.
I had it once. Don't want it, man.
I know the flu can be a bad yin.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I don't like being feverish. Can if you get the fever.
You get the fever, the chilled fever.
Mm-hmm.
You get a cough that hurts your stomach.
Yeah.
The pain of your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I when I got it, I just lay there for several days, and you cannot move.
You
just can't
What
move.
I'm thankful of COVID for,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it's put to bed this fucking stupid thing where people are ill as fuck, ill as dogs,
Yeah,
and they go into their work.
they're going to work. It's
And you're
the
like,
worst
What
thing.
are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're giving me the cunting flu,
Mm-hmm.
you fucking rat.
Yeah. No, I agree.
There was a
People-
woman, an old boss of mine at the work. Just try to think if I can say her name.
No,
Don't know
don't
if
say
you-
names. Don't say names.
Cumstein Muller.
Oh my God, they're going to know exactly who it is. Carry
Well,
on.
she's the kind of fucker that would come in with a cough, coughing her lungs up,
Yeah.
and she'd come in. It's like she's wanting a fucking round of applause.
Oh,
What a bastard.
you know, I used to go to the swimming after in the
Yeah.
Lochie swimming. And the Lochie swimming, to our international listeners, it's called the Baths. There's
Aye.
Lochie Baths because you used to go for a bath
That's
there in
where people
Victorian
There
time.
was baths.
And there's
there.
pictures of people doing their clothes and washing. It's mad. Now, I would go for a swim after work every day.
Mhm.
It sounds like a cliche, but it washed the day away. It felt great, and I
Aye.
walked out of it with not the troubles of
Yeah,
work.
yeah. You just like going for a
Started
piss.
getting a cough,
Oh,
and the cough got worse and
Oh.
worse until I went on the bus one day from work to get up quickly to the swimming, and I had a wee choke, and I thought, and I got my breath back,
Oh,
and
no.
I felt terrible.
mhm.
Right, I'm not going to go in the swimming. So I stayed away 3 days, and the cough went away and away and away. And I told people, and they went, "Oh yeah, if you swim there, you get a terrible, terrible cough." The place was the most infected, disease-ridden piece of shit. Now, they've replaced everything in it. Now, when I went there, this was about 10 years ago.
Was it
They'd
just
never
the same
updated
water?
anything. Same. I swam down, and when I opened my eyes, it was dirty on the bottom. And when you swam along the bottom, you disturbed the dirt.
Silt.
Silt, gritty. It was vile, but the whole thing's been replaced now.
That's
It was that bad. I went in, I hadn't been there since probably 85,
Fuck.
and I went in 2010, and my name was still on the locker. I scored it on it. It was still there.
Jesus. I found a disturbing thing the other day.
Oh.
You know what party, kind of, if you go to hotels, people are maybe partying a bit.
Uh-huh.
You know what they use the kettles for?
Please don't tell me.
Washing their knickers.
Oh,
People put their knickers into the kettle and boil it up and like for washing their knickers.
this is why I don't leave the house. This is why I don't leave the
Well,
house, man.
there's a hotel, funnily enough, in Blairgowrie,
Oh,
and it's
for-
specialised. It's shut now. It's special. I think it may be the Royal Hotel or something. But it was Chinese tour groups went there,
Right,
and the Chinese people they'd boil rice in the kettles.
right.
So they're going in the kettle. What the fuck? And opened it, and they'd been
Full
just.
of rice.
They would hold it on a boil.
God. Well, rice is not so bad. I'm still thinking about someone's knickers
Somebody's
in it.
knickers steeping in your kettle.
Fucking people. This is terrible.
Remember when you were a kid, can the vinegar flies you get around a bottle of vinegar? Remember those?
No.
Tiny little vinegar flies.
You've
Yeah.
said this before, but
Vinegar
I don't recognise them. It's maybe just your
There was
house.
a thing you'd get. And my gran, we stayed with my gran and granddad's, they had a coal fire, and they would set up the fire in the morning because the coal fire would boil the water. And they had a water tank in the,
Mm-hmm.
and you get things called silverfish. You know, these little insects that would go about round about the fireplace. But they're like one of the oldest forms of life. They're just this
Really?
ancient species of insect, yeah. Along with, I think they're before the arachnids, they're a real.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
that's what we had. No, until 1987,
Mm.
that's what was in our house. We had the coal fire and had to
Every-
heat the. Yeah.
But it worked.
It was great.
It worked.
It was great. But
Dundee was just a big fucking
But-
mass.
I live in an industrial zone,
Mm-hmm.
so it made it illegal.
Yeah,
So they
I'm
come in
not
and
allowed-
brick them up.
I'm not allowed. Coal fires. But let's just say if things get bad this winter for the bills,
There's going to be a coal fire.
I'm getting.
Yeah. The trees coming down. The trees across from you are coming down. Fucking right.
It's
Yeah.
nothing like a peat fire is one of the nicest.
Oh,
fucking
peat fires are great. Susan,
things. Uh-huh.
at her bit, she's allowed a fire,
Aye.
and she just got a new one fitted in that.
Oh.
And when I went across to her house just before she stopped needing, summer there, I stood above it and I leant my head on the wall and I couldn't move.
Aye.
The heat, and
She'd
the cat
need a
was
big
beside
fire
me.
to eat that big arse of hers.
Oh
so.
my God, it was good.
Aye.
It's nice.
We used to, when staying at my gran and granddad's, they would get the toaster out thing and you'd toast cheesy toast on the fireplace.
loved it.
Kind of the thing, a brass thing you could put
You had a packet of crisps, you'd put it on the poker and shrink it and turn it into a badge.
Yeah,
The chemicals would hit you, so you felt a bit woozy, but it was great.
I loved the fire.
Loved it.
Oh, and my granny could just put that fire just perfectly.
Oh, it was great.
They'd bank it up, so you didn't really use that much coal.
No, that's right.
You'd make it in a fashion that would just.
It just last for
Oh.
ages. Yeah.
But the thing is, a coal fire, everybody just falls sound asleep.
Yeah.
It's the most relaxing. There's something mesmerising about
I would come
fire.
home from school and it was in the kitchen
Aye.
where it was. The last coal fire was
Yeah.
in the kitchen. So you would pull the seat over to it and there was a huge sort of cage around it. And I'd just lean on it and get woke up for my tea. Oh, it was
Oh,
wonderful.
amazing. Because that's a race memory. That's of the fire. You knew
Oh,
they say
it's genetic. You just
you know you're safe.
Yeah.
The bears aren't coming. They don't like the
Yeah.
fire. But they say as soon as if people are in a survival situation, if they can get the fire going, saves it. Just the spirit just
that's
rises.
it. In survival,
Yeah.
everyone thinks, right, I need to get food, I need to get water. No, you can live without them. You need to get heat
You need to
and
get the
shelter
fire,
because
get the fire
exposure
going.
will kill you.
I love what is a guy called
a fire.
Kent Survival,
Okay.
and he'll do stuff. And he gets a fire going and he cooks all this wonderful food. And he'll do videos where he doesn't say a word, it's just him tutoring a bit.
To earn a bit.
And it's so relaxing.
I like that sort of thing.
Mhm.
So you like the ASMR?
Not so much, no. But I the
Freaks
crackle of
me out.
fire I quite enjoy. That sounds nice.
Well, it's like you get YouTube channels and it's just 10 hours of a fire and just,
Yeah.
or air
That-
conditioning.
yeah.
You get the right sound for you.
That, what's the football player? Wayne Rooney.
Mhm.
I think he used to put a Hoover on.
God, I like certain things.
Aye.
Now, if I put YouTube on, which I
Uh-huh.
like playing when
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
asleep, if it's something like Hack the Movies or that, I'll start listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a UFO program, a documentary about UFOs, I just fall into this beautiful
Well, you know I
sleep.
hate sport,
Yeah,
but I quite like if you've got a hangover, golf coverage.
it's
It's
the right tone and everything.
it's-
Yeah, it'll just
no.
calm you.
I was listening to a good podcast called Chapo's Trap House.
Oh yeah,
You
they're
listen to
like they're like the biggest in the world, aren't
Well,
they?
I've just discovered
They're
them recently.
massive. Yeah,
Very
very
good,
funny,
very interesting.
very good.
They did an interview with Alan Moore,
Mm-hmm.
a comic writer guy. Fucking superb.
He's
Really-
great. Yeah.
Yeah, he's wonderful. What a voice.
He's just done a huge book recently.
It was
hasn't he?
Jerusalem's.
Yeah.
Massive. I think he said the first 500 pages are bloody awful, but he did that on purpose. He said I did that on purpose, so if you to get rid of the riffraff.
Make you dig into
He had loads
it.
of wifelings. He had multiple kind of.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's got the beard and hair for that, and the eyes that you think he's got the Rasputin look.
Yeah, Rasputin.
He's got that. That's great.
Yeah.
No, but
Chapo's
Trap House is it's very
discovered
good.
it the other day.
I believe they're the number one on Patreon.
Were they?
They make unbelievable money. I'm pretty sure.
Bigger than old Joe. Smoking Joe Rogan.
Oh no, I don't think he makes a lot on. I don't
No?
think he's on Patreon.
No.
But he is in Schultz, the comedian. His podcast is, I think they do like 90 grand a month or something.
Have you seen that Lex Friedman guy?
Yes.
What's his deal?
I think he's a robot. I'm not sure he's real.
But I'm led to believe he's very intelligent, but sometimes
It doesn't come across that way.
He's
Yeah.
not much.
I think it's easy to confuse someone who talks slowly and a suit,
In a suit, and you think, oh, this
You
guy's
know,
a bit of a genius.
but I'm not too sure. I'm not too
I've been
sure.
watching all that Bobby Lee guy, and I'm still not sure what. to
Still
make
not
of him.
sure.
I think he's a whiny bitch.
He is a whiny bitch. That's true. I think that's something he needs to sort of temper a bit.
Him and his missus have split.
Yeah. I've been watching the whole
that
drama. But what's happened, the funny thing that's happened after the drama is it's been a great deflation of Tiger Belly, and they need to pick it up again and
Move on. Okay.
Yeah, move on.
Oh, they get stick doing it even.
They're going to stick. I think they're still living together and everything. It's like, yeah, whatever.
He'd be like a love sponge.
Love
Wouldn't
sponge. Ugh.
Ugh.
I don't know, but I think they need.
Is
to
he a
pick,
bit of a cock? Is he?
I feel maybe
He's maybe
yeah.
into it.
He's maybe. It's not a problem with him.
Oh well.
It's not a problem. But I like Bobby Lee. I like if you just get into his the podcast without all the drama in that, it's really entertaining. It's good fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, the best thing about it, if you watch him and Santino on Bad Friends, they do a show together.
Right.
Bad Friends podcast. And he got Kalila, his ex's niece, to sit in the corner. And she's so unaffected by fame. She's so unaffected by them. She comes out with the funniest lines you've ever heard because it means nothing to her.
Yeah.
You know?
Insignificant.
It's just
Everyone's got a podcast.
everyone.
Yeah, we were late. We were late adopters.
We were, but see, I feel we were okay because it was natural. We didn't go, we need to do a podcast.
Well, there's a lot of people suggested that. People I know have said, "Oh, I think we'll do a podcast as well."
Yeah.
None of them have done it.
None of them have done it. It's actually hard and expensive.
It is hard.
It's hard and it's expensive. But the thing is with the podcast, we came to it naturally because you were coming in and standing, we were blethering, and it was this.
Yes.
We were talking like this, and it was really funny. And I thought, well,
let's bottle lightning.
and when I said
Let's
to
bottle
you,
shightening.
let's do a podcast, it wasn't a big surprise.
You know,
was
I
it?
thought
You
to
kinda
myself,
thought,
I was thinking, I thought, why? Yeah.
it's actually funny. We're saying things that are, and not necessarily funny.
Some of the listeners are putting in a lot of work, more than we do.
Of course they do.
Mm-hmm. I think they need to work harder. I think I might need a whip.
Are we going to start a cult?
Cult.
We're a couple of cults.
The
Cultists.
Cultists.
No, we're cult leaders.
Oh,
It's
I'm not
too
looking
much
forward to the
effort.
first cult orgy, are you?
Do you imagine how eager and keen Chris would be?
Oh,
He's there,
Fluffer and
let's go.
The Fluffmeister
He's
General.
got his specially brand new bought knee
Knee
pads.
He's just smeared himself in some kind of salve.
Vitalite. He's covered because he knows I like Vitalite.
Oh, dirty
Chris.
bastard.
Chris. Fucking Chris.
What a powerhouse.
He is. He's amazing. He's amazing. They're all amazing. We've got, think of Mark and Tyrone, and think of them all.
Yeah.
They're all crazy
Is that
bastards.
Tyrone idiot? Is he not in Dundee soon?
That Tyrone idiot. He is in Dundee soon, and he's coming to visit us, so you will be there.
Oh, I'll meet him.
We'll come and meet him.
Is he not coming for the Jerry Sadowitz thing that may be cancelled?
Maybe, yes. It might be cancelled.
Well, if you can't get your cock out in Dundee, where can you get your
I
cock
think
out?
that's ridiculous. I mean, you know what you're getting when you go and see Jerry
Yeah,
Sadowitz.
yeah. I'm led to believe it was a member of staff said she was in danger. She felt endangered by it. So somebody's fucked him right on.
But if there's something that he hears is going to be offensive to say.
He'll
It's the
do it.
first thing he'll say.
He'll do it.
But the thing is, when he goes on stage, he warns you.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is to, yeah.
That awkward type of comedy you like that, it's weird.
I remember his show,
Mm-hmm.
and he would say the most awful things on it.
Did he say about the Canadians? He got knocked out in Canada.
Oh, yeah. They were all seal shaggers. Someone's really stupid, just a very dad joke, and someone knocked him the fuck out for it. Yeah.
But he said something about French speakers in the French-speaking part, Quebec. I can't remember.
But that's the whole point
That's
of
the
his
point. Yeah,
act.
the whole
He
point.
pushes it and says the most
Yeah.
terrible things.
To be honest with you, it's probably done his career a lot of good. But the problem is,
Yeah.
he'll end up think he's a right wing people.
Yeah, that's where it'll go wrong. He's a Jewish American. He's
Yeah.
American.
So people will yeah.
He's a Jew, and yeah, the right wing will start going, "This is our voice," and you're like, "No, you're
and
not getting it."
He'll get fans he does not want.
Yeah,
It's
this
a
is not.
funny one.
This is not what he is.
What
You've
else
got
is
it wrong.
happening worldwide? The UK is still in a bit of a holding pattern.
We are.
He's on holiday. There's some things coming. There's about to be a postal strike.
Oh,
Barristers are on strike.
at my most
Railways-
busy time of the
Yeah.
year, 4 days postal strike.
When's that start?
It's going to cost me at that time of year. That could cost me up to £800 a day. That's all I'm saying.
What? When does that kick off? Is it the 25th?
24th, 26th, something like that. And then
Oh.
there's 2 days early next month as well.
I'm going
or the
to hope
month
I
after,
don't
sorry.
sell stuff on eBay for just a spell. That'd be handy. I suppose you
I need
could
to.
contact them and say it's going to be delayed.
Well, the company I sell through, they're integrating these dates to
Ah.
add it on, so everyone who buys knows that it's going to be
Okay,
delayed
that's
by a
fine.
day. So there's going to be something, but
yeah.
oh my god, this is the time of year I make my money. This could be harsh. It's not good. It's not good. But ladies and gentlemen, I was going to say at the start of this,
Mm-hmm.
we've been injured and ill. We're not going to do any more. You sat down and hurt your leg.
I did.
You walloped
It's
it
fine.
really hard.
It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine. As long as I don't sneeze, I'm fine.
we're going to be fine.
As long as I
We're
don't
going to be
sneeze.
fine. And my dizziness is mildly there in the background, but it is going away.
Don't know
That's
what
taken
that-
a
I
while.
don't know what that is.
That was a weird one. But
I
you
think
were
it's-
saying there's the COVID dizziness.
There's the COVID.
Chris.
COVID ear. COVID can affect your ears, and
The
your ears
fuck?
is your balance. I think it's most likely something to do with COVID, mate.
But right now I can still feel it. But it's a
Yeah.
weird sensation. It's just at the top of my
I
head
suspect
here.
it's COVID.
Very
It
strange
It
sensation.
seems like it could be to me.
Oh my god! Because I was like shit
Oh
last
yeah, you
week.
look terrible.
It wasn't good.
Normally,
Normally bad. That
This
was
is-
extra
this
bad.
is
I got my grey look back. I go
Okay.
grey.
like a fish belly.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
a wee
Ladies
fish.
and gentlemen, everyone, please
Please take care of
take
yourself.
care.
Ken,
Health
we
and
show up.
safety.
We show up when we're falling to bits. That's how dedicated we are to this movement.
Although we still got
this mission.
complaints that because it's a day late because you were at the doctor's.
Uh-huh.
Oh, day late, not very professional. I'm not saying who said that, Laura, but for fuck's sake.
Oh, that fucker!
Listen here, hen.
Jesus Christ!
Complaining. But
If
you know
you
what that
can-
means?
If you can grow a penis, you can get back and argue with us.
That's it.
Until
That's
that
it.
point, I'm just not listening.
Not listening to women. But listen, here's the problem,
Uh-huh.
right? You're getting mad that she complained. She complained because she loves us that
She
much.
loves that. She's got
She missed on.
She's got
She
an
missed out.
she's got an ache for
An
it.
ache. An ache.
She's maybe
missed
just
us.
on the blob though.
Oh
Maybe
my
just,
god.
maybe just
Jesus
cramps.
Fuck.
Maybe
Let's
just
end it
cramps.
before we get cancelled. Or she gets really mad. She looks like fighter type.
Listen,
She looks
Head,
like she would lash it.
Listen, lass, if you've got the cramps, go and get a man to boil a kettle for you and get a hot water bottle.
I can't say anything. That usually is my job.
Get a man to do it because women shouldn't be near boiling
Oh
water.
my, ladies and gentlemen! Until next time, I'm just going to end it
Ta-
later.
ta- ta- no, it's injury speaking.
It's injuries.
It's injuries.
Got to be careful.
Injuries.
It's not sexist like usual. The
Injuries.
amount of sexist shows are increasing all the time, and Laura looks like she'd stab you.
Should be a bit stabby.
Yeah,
She'd hit you with one of her stiletto shoes.
yeah, just kill you, leave you there, shove
Just leave you
you down the
bleeding.
back of a refrigerator.
I just leave you there.
Until next
Next
time,
to the cuddly wuddlies.
laters.
Ta-ta. Oh.